Hello and welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We are continuing our Mortalen playthrough here, and I think we are back on track. So we have mildly positive cash flow for the first time. We have, well, at least consistently for the first time. We have tech that is researching at a decent pace for once. We're actually outputting more research than our potential. And I believe if I look at our funding levels, we can see that research is actually maxed out, and some of it's going towards colony, but definitely not enough. So we're actually going to bump these numbers a little bit, which is going to lower our cash flow, but that's temporary. And then militarily, we're doing okay. Not the best. Very low military power overall, but I'm really trying to get the economy bumped up first. And as long as we're not getting destroyed or attacked by anybody, let it ride, you know? So I think this is bugged because Zartu is still growing population over here. That just doesn't feel correct to me. They are 100% assimilated. We do have Shakturi on the planet. So I'm actually kind of curious what happens there. Let's see. Oh, we stole some high energy capacitor tech. Is that in our list? Take a quick look at what our spies are doing. So we have a decent amount of spies. I'm going to pause the game for a second and just take an agent that is decent. Definitely not this one. We'll go with this one. And we'll see. Let's just go to Steel Research and just see what we're looking at. All right, so there's some stuff in the like high 50s, give or take. Definitely want to do some stealing wherever we can. Really low probability there. Yeah, the risk of stealing from any actual empire is that they likely have counterintelligence, and we're gonna get our agents wiped out. There's not that many pirates left. Ooh. You don't, maybe you just don't have any tech? Alright, well this is all really cheap, so, and very high probability. Maybe because they trust me? That's a mistake. I'm gonna do 2 for each tech. Just because if we don't finish the theft with one, I'd like the second one to finish it. And we'll leave one spy just hanging back. Alright, these guys are still, I imagine, very weak. Yeah, they have all basic equipment. Nothing fancy, nothing new, because they are relegated to a single planet. And they probably don't have any research power or anything, so hopefully at some point we will invade that and take that over as well. But for the time being, we're just gonna let the economy ride out. I think last episode I said I was gonna pick on these purple guys next, so that's probably our next target. I just need to figure out the situation here. Had a couple good pieces of feedback in the comments. One of them was to automate the process of building shipyards and defensive structures, so that the if we get invaded, there's at least some defense against the just blind invasion. It is a good idea, and it's something I will ultimately do, but each of those buildings, we look at the state bases. Like a defensive bastion is 1,000 maintenance. So that very quickly dry up our relatively small cash flow. So ultimately, I will do that when we have a lot more cash flow coming in. But for the time being, I'm too close to the threshold of being in the negative to really allow automation to happen. That being said, mining stations were another thing that was recommended, and I definitely think there's benefit in building as many of those as possible, even if we already have the stuff, just because it increases the number of ships we have in the private sector flying around and doing trade. So even if we don't need the tech per se, or not tech, but the materials per se, I would still build it up, except for these. Like, these are just, it's just too much. But all these, like this, no reason not to do that. You guys, oh, hello. So we are being harassed over here. I don't want to go to war with them. They're very angry with us. They're also more powerful than us. They just wiped out pretty much our entire fleet here. I am a little nervous about them having come in the system here and wiping out my base and everything else. Alright, well that was not great. So this carrier, quantum shards, yeah. Dude, they got quantum shards already. That is a really good weapon. Will you go to peace? You will. I'd rather give you an admiral than maybe I could take some of your money rather than give you money. All right, I'll give you your admiral. I'll let you contact them if we go to peace. I don't want that to factor in to these guys potentially declaring war on me. Well, don't come here and repair. That seems very stupid. So that was 100,000 power, that fleet. And that was just one of their fleets. They have more than one. So we are outgunned by far with those guys. So I'm curious if, let's see, this can go up to 10,000 million population. I guess that's 10 billion, right? If we get the Shakturi over 500 million, will we be able to start colonizing other planets? Hey, little research breakthrough. I like that. Oh, crap. That fleet had all of my troops on it. Or wait, no, I think my troops are landed. Never mind. We didn't have that many troops on there. Let's see what we got here. Xenobiological breakthrough. All right, let's bump these up the list because they're relatively cheap. Enhanced colonization still a couple years away. Large troop transports, we can move up the list as well. Faster hyperdrives are also good. And better weapons. Definitely all those things. All right, how are we on the research tech? All right, 10 years is too much for that, so we can't really leapfrog by doing that. Try to keep up on some of this biotech. And then we gotta double down on weapon tech. Okay, so you stole advanced maneuvering, or at least part of it. Here we go. That's what I like to see. All right, we never looked beyond the Regine Alliance. So let's look at the Shakturi, see what we could steal there. All way too low probability. These are all way too low probability. Also really low probability. Okay. So I think it looks like 50% is going to be, or 59% is going to be our highest chance of success. So let's do quantum energy storage because that's kind of the next tech in the list here. I'm going to get a little aggressive here just because we really have no more room for high probability theft. So I'm just going to have to go for like 40 and 50%. We might lose a couple, but we actually have some money now. We could buy our buys back as long as they don't get killed. Which, now that I think about it, this might be one of those species that kills captured spies. So this might not work out too well for me. Oh, we're going to try anyway. Let's see what happens. All right, coordinated maneuvering. So that was 4 techs really quick. I'll take that. Should have probably left you on defense. Where are you doing? Now, you need to be, I don't know, maybe Agamar? I'm not going to bother building any new ships until I have better weapon tech. There's just no point in paying the fleet maintenance for them, especially if I'm not at war. I mean, that being said, I could go to war, either on purpose or somebody can declare war on me, and then I don't have any ships to defend myself. Well, I have some, but not a significant amount, that's for sure. The large troop transports is what we're knocking out now. Then Equinox Hyperdrive V2 is an in-place upgrade. Projectile batteries is an in-place upgrade. So that should just improve weapons because I know we use the railguns right now. And then improved cruisers will unlock some different cruiser options for us that we could add to our fleet. Okay, so we now have enough Shakturi that we can colonize these planets. I will definitely do that. Now, somebody in the comments said that the populations were bugged and that the colony ships will not grab the right population and they'll colonize everything with the wrong species. So that's a little scary if that is the case. Certainly hope that is not the case. You're going to colonize Omaja. Don't know what that is. That's plus 23 Boscarans, so not the worst thing in the world. Now, here's to hoping we don't actually retreat. We're out of fuel. So, retreat whenever. Fine, because we'd be limping along here anyway. It just might take a little bit longer than anticipated with no fuel. So these would be massive gains for colonies. Okay, it seems to be picking up Shakturi, which is the right species. I don't know what these guys are doing, but hopefully whatever's keeping them occupied keeps them away from me. Right, so maybe 400 million was the threshold. That or the population got scooped up. Oh, I think we didn't know this was already colonized. And they must have just colonized too. I feel like our economy has not been doing that great. I mean, it's trending in the right direction. We're plus 30 now. And that's with kind of maximizing how we're dividing up colony growth versus tech. Actually, I could probably dump a little more in there. So the overall revenue is increasing. Private cash flow is doing way better. That was like plus 300,000 last time. Now it's plus 700,000. So that private cash is getting real good. Looks like AFO1 is just gone. But that's fine for now. I'm curious if this is just going to bug out when it gets close enough. It's already colonized. I do still have my construction ship building the World Killer. It's getting close to being done. I think I'm going to fly in this large one and swap places with the medium ship and let that go retrofit. It's been at it for 30 plus years trying to build this ship, so. Yeah, these carriers are nothing to scoff at here. Wait, this is the same design. Well, I guess it's an M6. Wait, isn't that what this is? That's an M4. Okay, so it is slightly newer. All right, let's look at our colony screen. Let's look at revenue. Haynes 4 is our biggest revenue, so let's build this here. Mostly because of the extra colony development and extra colony happiness. All right, so we got some serious Shakturi here growing. Okay, so I must have missed the pop-ups on the spies because I don't see them here. They were all stealing from Blood Security. And they're not here, which means that these guys must execute captured spies. So that is unfortunate. However, that being said, if we look at prisoners, we could see there's plenty of spies in our prison. That's getting expensive. Wow, he's not even that good of a spy. But we're going to keep trying for a little while. I suppose I should be glad these are cheap ones. And not ones that are like, 100,000 per attempt. I'm glad that one was the first attempt. 143,000, that's a lot. This guy's failing way too much. Okay. These must all just be my people. I don't know what they're doing. All right, restricted trade agreement with the Ridgian Alliance. I'll take it, just because that makes people happier with me. All right, Carbonaceous Moon has been colonized. Is there any other spot I could colonize? Well, I could do these. These are 20. I mean, I might as well. I need to maximize growth at pretty much any cost. Enhanced colonization. Looks like we're working on that now. Let's just pay to crash research that. Because that upgrades the colonization module and lets us get the terraforming facilities going. We already have one limited. Only build when population at colony has suitability of -10 or higher. If it is removed, the quality improvement amount will be lost. So that is a change they made in the update. Check out these mining stations now that we've expanded a little bit. There's some more spots we could potentially build. Stop that and have you start. Fully automate you. All right, so we only got 4 more modules to build, and we finally have this thing done. Hopefully, anyway. We can attack a Rift Strider. That's fine. Uh-oh. Shakturi are getting aggressive. They are expanding quite a bit. Let's non-aggression treaty. Is that these guys? It's the Dumbredine Empire. Alright, so we got long-range assault pods. Take a look at our planets real quick. Look at the low population ones, because I'm sure I did not build that facility on every one of them. All right, so we have those facilities built on almost every planet, or at least most of the planets we need it on. All right, we're getting beat up pretty bad. Our military strength is dropped down to almost nothing, so we really need to start considering building some actual ships. But we're really close to getting better reactors and, you know, hopefully better weapons shortly after that. So let's zoom out a little bit and scroll up. Are there any weapon techs that we're really kind of close to getting? We could kind of rush towards quantum shards. We only need this tech. I don't think we... Yeah, because that's all like, you can't be Mortalen. So let's do that up. It's 5 years, but that would go a long way. Some sort of point defense is probably a good idea. All right, let's just queue up some of these weapon techs. They want money for galaxy map. I'll do that just to get an idea of what I'm dealing with across the galaxy. All right, nothing too unexpected. I can't click on this guy here. I don't know what he's up to, but I think I have this in the bag. I think. All right, 3 new planets. I don't know if it's good or bad that the Shakturi population is part of my empire now. Guess I'll just take what I can get there. Got a little research breakthrough. I'll take that anywhere I can get it. Computer core advanced adaptive projectiles. So we're just scooping up pieces from other wars. So this is Shakturi ships that are attacking. They seem to be mostly winning. So really we're scooping up these guys bits and pieces, which is still an improvement. Like, at least parts of it, like Titan Blaster, Aegis missile battery. Let's do some crash researching on the improved cruisers. We have light cruisers, but we don't have any of these other types of cruisers. So get that done, and then we can start building out different types of cruisers and making a fleet template and getting all ready to go. Yeah, it looks like they do the executing. I think that was one of my better ones too. Ah, well. We tried. Colony ships, looks like we still got a decent amount there. Where's this guy going to colonize? Over here? Ooh, research breakthrough. Take it. Alright, so you're coming for this carbonaceous moon. Bascarans are +6. So I'm not sure why you're bringing Bascarans there. I mean, I guess we can colonize it, and then the Shakturi can transport over there. Looks like most of these systems aren't in range, but I theoretically could colonize them. Look at the victory condition. So nobody is particularly close. I'm number 4 still. I'm gonna have to start gobbling up those smaller empires if I'm gonna leapfrog to the top positions. All right, we got the better cruisers. Now we're gonna work on getting the massive troop transports and better construction yards. Then hyperfusion reactors, which should be better than the reactor we currently have, I think. And then I might bump up cruise systems and pulse torpedoes the next tech. Because that would at least give us a... Oh, they immediately rebelled into an independent colony. Probably because they were Beskharans, and that isn't the right species. Well, that's unfortunate. All right, so this will tick down on its own. I don't know how deep this will go, however. All right, the gifts are cheap enough at this point. So let's just send them a gift. I know it doesn't help us right now, but it'll do the you have given us gifts. It'll tick that up over time. Are these guys just straight up going to invade that right now? Maybe not. You're gonna offer me a gift? I'll take it. If the Shakturi are gonna give us money, I'm not gonna turn it down. Alright, diplomatic center. Definitely has to be on our primary earning planet. So let's sort by revenue. That's gotta be Kane's. Go ahead and build that. This building over here. All right, so we're up to 45 colonies, which is pretty significant. You probably shouldn't try to colonize here. Oh, they did invade it. Yeah, they just said screw it and went for it. Well, that's aggressive. All right, are these guys still not in a treaty with anyone? For the most part, yeah. They have a non-aggression treaty, which means they could eventually establish a mutual defense pact. So I probably need to go to war with them sooner than later. Hopefully I finish this relatively quick. All right, I'm going to bump up all these weapon techs. Creeping up near 4,000 research output, which is pretty good. Population is growing pretty drastically. Getting all these additional planets is really helpful. Yeah, all these planets have a ton of room for growth and development. Private cash flow has been sticking around the same number. Take a look at the maintenance. So small freighters, medium and large. Decent amount of those ships. Those are probably going to grow as we expand because somebody needs to transport the goods to all these new planets with large populations that we have. The growth rates are phenomenal with the Shakturi here on these planets, so hopefully they'll grow relatively quick and get out of the negative and into the positive. Are any of these not? Oh. Combined military command. So more troop experience gain, troop recruitment rate. That's empire wide. This lowers colony income minus 25%. So I actually don't want to build this on my revenue planet because that would lower my revenue. Hey, sector governance. That could be good. Take a look at what the cost of that is going to be. Where is it? I thought it was somewhere down here. Yeah. So we just... Oh, we got it. Okay. So this is an improvement. Or this is just something we could build one time. Maybe? I don't know. It has empire bonuses, which is... Why is this disabled? You can only build one of the following. We got to upgrade. All right, what are these guys doing? Are they coming to harass me again? No, they're going to their planet. All right, that's fine. Let's go through all of our planets real quick and upgrade all of these buildings. I do wish there was a little side-by-side comparison where I could see with the upgrade what the difference is. I think it's maybe more corruption reduction. Oh, let's look. This is a complex. So 20%, 20%, 10%. Well, 10, 20, 20, 10. So if I do the upgrade, it's 15, 30, 20, 10. So the first two, so more happiness and more corruption reduction. More happiness is awesome because that is going to increase our revenue. Our admiral died. Uh-oh. More research breakthrough. I'll take it. I don't know what's going on there, but they got destroyed. All right, so these upgrades are definitely worth doing on every single planet. Looks like some of them might have automatically started doing them. But if not, I want to manually start it. I'm going to sort by population and just go through. Some of these are already done. I'm liking all this research breakthrough we're getting. Kind of nice. All right, so that's all built up. Another one tech recovered. I'll take it. Yeah, that cash flow has definitely gone up since we did that. So it'll get even better once we get regional governance down, because that's the top tier upgrade. The terminal point defense will be the best PD that we currently have access to. We are just losing ships left and right, but that's all right. We got to redesign all of our fleets anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Once I get pulse power torpedoes and Titan blasters and the advanced crew system, so once I, kind of parse through this current chunk of tech, I'm gonna, between episodes, I'm gonna take the time to retrofit all of the ship designs and kind of rebuild our whole fleet structure, and then I'll walk through it in the next episode. But I don't want to eat up a bunch of time on the video just painstakingly going through that stuff. Be nice to get this advanced hyperdrive too. Maybe we should get the torrent drive as well. That would be a nice upgrade. I feel like I keep adding text. I'm like, oh, we should get this first, and then this, and then this. Yeah, these other ship techs are a ways away. Except for capital ships. That is 240 days, and I think it's worth doing that. For sure. Because that unlocks battleships for us, which is something that would be very nice. This non-military tech up there real quick. Knock that out. Multi-tracking could be good. Countermeasures for the fleet ships. Still don't have really good fuel storage. Kind of unfortunate. So many texts to research, so little time. All right, we got capital ships churning out. We got our best point defense done. Well, our best point defense for now. I do think I want to get the advanced hyperdrives up there. Maybe not next, but somewhere in the mix. Probably after these weapons, because I think that's worth doing the upgrade. We're going to be upgrading all of our ships and fleets. I might as well do that. How is the private sector doing? Pretty good. Cash flow. They're banking up cash, which is good because they're going to need it when we retrofit all of our ships. Look at the mining locations. There's definitely some options. So let's get as many of these built out as we can. Some of this is in quote-unquote enemy territory, but that's okay. All right, we're about to be done with the battle cruiser. Take a quick look at the construction ships. World Killer is almost done. One more system to repair, and it is complete. There we go. All right, so activate the main computer. Knowledge through conquest. Okay, we've found technology that enables research planet destroyer and super beam. Very nice. Okay. So do we have actual control over the ship? We do. Unlike last time where we didn't have control over the ship. We now do. All right, let's make our way back to our home system. The ship's not particularly strong. It's like the strength of one of our enemy's fleets. All right, well, hopefully we make it out of there. And then I'm debating if I want, given the strength or lack thereof, part of me wants to try to break it down and get some of the tech from it. But in the past, we haven't really gotten a ton of tech out of breaking down a ship. at least since the patch. So I'm kind of torn on what I should do. Actually gonna refuel here, maybe? Closer, and we're kind of running low. Another Shakturi virus? I thought we were friends with them. Why are they still attacking us? Alright, these next couple techs should knock out just really quick. Part of me wants to hop over here and just see how we face off against the fleet. I imagine not particularly well. At least historically we haven't. Extra research breakthrough, I'll take that. Actually, do I even need to worry about this tech? It's like a tech in the middle of another tech that we've already researched. Yeah, so I really, if anything, I should worry about getting the higher end version of that tech. But let's worry about rapid containment first. That's going to be 2 years. Even with a rush development, because that's our next biggest weapon tech. And that cost a lot of cash. But it's worth it because we need to like leapfrog to the next tech. We're behind our closest enemy. Like if we look at their ships, they have torrent drives, we have this tech now, but they have quantum shards, which is 2 ahead of us. Everything else, they're pretty much the same as we are. All right, so I may try something here. I might try to break the ship down and then stop before it's done breaking down and then rebuild it. I don't know if I'll get away with that, but I might try it just to see how it impacts anything. I feel like I did that before earlier and it was fine. It worked. But I'd hate to lose my, what is effectively my entire military, because I'm not sure what I'm doing. So I might test it between episodes, save it and save scum it just to see how it works or if it works. But as soon as we get this this weapon tech done, the next weapon tech, once I get to advanced hyperdrives, I think I'm going to call it an episode and then just start retrofitting all the ships and get that going. So I am building up a little bit of a cash reserve. Our economy is definitely scaling, getting a lot better. I need some cash in the bank to build a bunch of ships once I have all the new tech built out. So I'm going to just kind of hoard some money for a while. All right, I'm going to give that a shot right now. I'm going to go retire this in the spaceport. Let it start breaking down, and then we'll see how our techs work out. All right, there's advanced research. So we are definitely getting some very quick research off of this. Our home planet research base got destroyed. All right, where's the message history? I think the economy is probably good enough for me to go into policy settings here and start letting at least the base construction be automated. So we'll let that happen. Here, message log. Okay, so base destroyed. Haynes research facility has been totally destroyed in explosion. All right, now I flipped it around and I stopped this, and now it is, I think, rebuilding it. I'm just keeping an eye on it, making sure that this percentage isn't ticking down. When it ticks down, under construction ticks down, it is tearing it apart. So the engines went from destroyed to damaged, which makes me think it is being rebuilt, but I'm not 100% sure. Yep. Okay. So the engine, one of the engines is now built, or in normal status. So I think it is building them now. Curious how long it'll take. And also if I can do it again and just keep gaining tech from it. All right, so we got our one tech done. We did gain a little hyperdrive tech. I mean, I feel like 27 days, I can't really... I know I keep delaying everything else, but... And block armor, it's not that far away. It was like 15 years away, and now it's 2 because we got some of the tech from, I presume, this when we disassembled it. What's the shield tech progress? Because that would have been something else that we worked on. Got a little progress, not as much as I would have hoped. All right, so it looks like it's building one component at a time. It's working on the engines right now. I wonder if we gain tech while it's building those too. We're doing this for science. Okay, so vortex engine. Let's look at the engine tech real quick. We're not currently building any engine tech. So this is 74% complete and 18% complete. 74 and 18. Let's see as these engines get rebuilt if either of those go up. 74 and 18. I should probably write that down. I won't, but I probably should. All right, so that went up to 51%. So it is definitely rebuilding it. Hey, new scientist. I'll take new scientists any day of the week. I probably should check and make sure they're not like demoralizing or anything though. Yeah, they're all good. All right, we're definitely going to build that again. Okay, that tech's done. That tech's done. That was rather quick. Let's rush the construction mega lab because that has some research bonuses if we build it. Looks like 20% construction, 10% engine, which will be good for the advanced hyperdrives. All right, so we did build a little more. Looks like it's building one component at a time, which is going to take very long. $78 and $18. I thought it was $74 and $18 last time. So we are progressing that tech by rebuilding this. So we can cheese the system, it looks like. So rip it apart, get a bunch of tech right away because everything gets destroyed immediately. And then stop and then start rebuilding everything, which then as each component gets rebuilt, you are gaining tech that way. And then I presume you could just do that cycle over again and, you know, start breaking it down again. So that, I mean, that's pretty good if you get a ship like the World Killer, because it has a lot of components. The only downside is it takes clearly forever to rebuild once you do it the first time. So as these weapons get, or as these things get repaired, it just takes a long time to do it. But the construction yard should be, yeah, version 4, so the repair speed is 24 per second. And each of these components, I think it tells you the health. I think it says what the status is, but I don't think it tells you how many points each component is. Well, there we go. I didn't even have to save scum or anything. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and call an episode there. We definitely have gone way over time, but that's what happens when you're having fun. Between episodes, I'm going to finish the advanced hyperdrives, and then between episodes, I am going to retrofit all the ships, redesign them, and then when we come back in the next episode, I'll walk through everything that I did and kind of explain it all instead of just tediously clicking through it all on the recording. And then we will hopefully start rebuilding our military fleet and then position ourselves to get ready to go to war with these guys down here if they are still... they do not have a defensive agreement, so we can still go to war with them. So that sounds like the plan. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, see more content in the future. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.